everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you very much for stopping by. Today is, as always, one of my favorite episodes, What's in Bloom, and a surprise unwrapping. It's really not a surprise. I already know what it is, but I am happy to unwrap it because I've been wanting to put them to use. It's one of my favorite garden accessories to use from Hi-C Products, which they make some of the best rain boots and garden boots, and they also have other accessories for carpentry and garden work that's really good. But I want to share it with you because I've been using mine for about a year now, and I got to tell you, they are amazing. And so they reached out to me to see if I want to do a collaboration with them, and normally I get a lot of those requests on my emails, but this product I really do like, and I've been using it for a while, so I said absolutely I would love to do a small collaboration and also extend a discount to you guys. So stay tuned for all that, but for now, let's go look at some blooms. All right, my friends, let's start right here in front of my orchid terrace. Right before we go into my greenhouse, there's always something to show here in bloom. Now, as you guys know, down here in Florida, we just dodged a bullet. There was a tropical storm forming out in the Gulf of Mexico, and luckily it didn't really become something drastic in this area. We're still following it to see where it's heading upstate Florida, but luckily it did not gain that much more strength that it was expected. But still, it's being watched because it's not one of those hurricanes are very tricky, you know, that you may think they're done and then all of a sudden they just start coming right back with more speed. So unless the whole thing is over, we're not claiming victory yet. But at least we finally have, as you can see, some sun. We've had rain and wind for the past 4 or 5 days. It has not stopped. So finally we get to rest a little bit. And it is very hot today. That's why you see me with a tank top. So anyways, let's stop by this gorgeous Bangkok sunset. Now this one, I always forget what this one makes. I know it's the yellow, but it has, oh, here it is. Vasco Pine River. I never remember that. Vasco Pine River, Bangkok sunset yellow. And I got this from, I believe this was from my friends over at Curl Smith. Or no, actually I think this was from, yep, it is Curl Smith. You know how I know? The little yellow band up there. They had those at a fair when I saw this. Let me see if by turning on the light. Oh yeah, you get a little bit of more detail. Look at that. So guys, this orchid right here is just a very spectacular cross. Anything that you cross with a Bangkok sunset, you're gonna get these type of colors. They're just very breathtaking. And right back there, I can't wait for this to open. This is the wine, the Cenotes Wine Delight, but it's ready to bust out in beautiful blooms. Look at this up here. Is that not gorgeous, guys? I did show this last time, but I just want to show it again because we're in August. And this beautiful Rincon Stylus is still in full bloom. Now this is a Celestes blue. This is what they call the orchid blue color, even though some of you may say it's purple or violet. This is what we consider blue in the orchid world. That's much prettier. Just very pretty flowers, and they are very fragrant. Any Rincon Stylus plant or orchid that you get is going to be filled with a very intense fragrance. And right below it, the little princess, the Schilleriana cross with Schilleriana cattleya crossed with Brassavola nodosa. It's a gorgeous little flower. Really, really, really fragrant at night, by the way. I sometimes do get a lot of inflorescence, or a lot of buds, and you can smell it everywhere. It's just so intense. Now here is a gorgeous dendrobium. Now you guys know I've been on my dendrobium obsession. And this was from Udeli's. I got this a while back. She gave it to me as a 1 year anniversary or 2 year anniversary. I think it was, or 3 year. Maybe it was 3 years. I can't remember anymore. That's the name right there. But look how pretty these flowers are. And yeah, there's a lot. I have a lot of dendrobiums this season that have bloomed for me. If you guys go back to my other What's in Bloom, you will see. This one I've been showing, but let me tell you, it has been one inflorescence after another. I got this from my friend Josh from the Orchid Den. He was selling these Redland show 2 years ago, and they were flying like hotcakes. And I had gotten this one. It's a blue Dendrobium Blue Twist. See, again, there's that blue. And you guys who are newbies may be like, that's purple. But no, you'll learn it once you get into the rhythm of things. You'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, that's what they call a blue, because it's a specific tone. And there's some more dendrobiums. I did cover these. I don't have the name, or do I have the name to this? Yeah, it's called Dendrobium New Green. Look at that. How gorgeous is this? This is another one that's always giving some spectacular flowers. And this one, you guys, I have featured it plenty of times. You can go back to the last What's in Bloom, and I believe I covered it already. All right, let's go here in my greenhouse. So, as you can see, everything fared very well. You guys have no idea. The winds were crazy down here. But we put the greenhouse to the test, and everything seems to be perfectly okay. So it held really well with those kind of winds. I mean, there were tropical storm winds, but outer bands. So we didn't really get the full front of it, but still, it was pretty bad. Now this is a gorgeous Encyclia from Cuba. When I went a little crazy on the Redland show with Hamlin, he always brings some beautiful encyclias from Cuba, and I've been trying to collect as many as possible. And this is one of the ones that I went crazy for. Now, when you buy them, they're not in bloom, you know, because they bring them in a lot smaller. For shipping is a lot better. There's a name. They were a lot tinier than this one when I bought them. And I put them on these mounts from the Orchid Supply store, and they really took off. Look at this. And I bought them about a year, maybe, yep, about a year ago. And look how well established I got. That's in 1 year. And this does smell very, very good. And right next to it, all these are from Cuba, by the way, or at least native to Cuba, not of Cuba. These are also, let me see if I can get it, because when it has a screen in the backdrop, nope, it's not gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Let me see. I think we're gonna have to skip over this one. Yep, I'm gonna have to skip over this one. Sorry, guys. Let's just go to this one. This is way more spectacular. And this will focus because there's just so many of them. This is from Ben Young. I got this about, I would say 3 years ago. And even though it says here Neostylus Lusneri Bangyang, I now heard it's called a Vanda again. So it's a Vanda lusneri. But these little flowers, and when I mean little, look how little they are. That's like tiny. I'll try to get one up there. And they do have that little blue, but this one is very light, so light that it's almost all white. But you do see, here in the camera you don't see it, but you do see like a haze of a light blue. They smell so good. It's like a woman's delicious perfume. I don't know how to describe the fragrance, but it is very feminine. Let me see. Yes, it's feminine, but yet it has a cleanness to it. And then on top of that, it has like a vanilla background. It's just amazing. So I've had it for quite a while. That's why she's a pretty big piece. And this is the first time that she's actually given me this many. She always gives me 1, 2, 3, but never this many. But that's why I tell you guys, when you get your orchids, to see them like this, right? You're not going to buy an orchid and then this is going to happen in a year. I mean, it can, but you would be very lucky. It takes a while to establish the orchid in your environment, feed it the proper foods, water it the proper watering, give it the proper environment, especially because after I put it in here, that's when it decided to do this. So perhaps this is the happy spot for blooming, because I've been getting a lot more blooms in so many of my orchids that I hadn't bloomed before. This one is just now starting to bloom. This was a gift, I believe, from Maria. Yeah, Maria gave me this as a gift. Maria, tú no me la regalaste. I know she watches my channel all the time. Maria's a master grower. She has been growing for many, many, many years. Award-winning like crazy. She's won every award you can think of. And I have visited her house here and there to show her collection. So if you guys are just tuning into my channel, I urge you to go check it out because it's very impressive. And she gave me this as a housewarming gift. She came here to my house and brought that. Very, very, very nice. And then way up here is my Josephine Vambrero with Colwadi. Hold on here. Oh, by the way, guys, here, let me give you the name of this because I don't want to forget it. Oh, I'm not having good luck today with a focus. Here we go. And then this one next to it, Colwadi fragrance. There we go. Josephine Vambrero or JVB. And look at that charming flower. I've had her for a really long time. She's been with me way before I started this whole overindulgence of collecting orchids. She was in the beginning. I'm trying to see if there's anything, because every time I turn around I find something new and I'm like, oh look, you're blooming. So this is from Banyang as well. These are one of my favorite fragrances in Vandas. This one, I don't think this is a Vanda fragrance, or is it? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, this is a Ben fragrance. And it smells like vanilla powder. You know those vanilla shakes, when you open them, the protein shakes, that they're vanilla? That's what that smells like. It is so intense. Such a pretty flower. And most of Ben's orchids do have amazing fragrance like that. Like this is another one of Banyang orchids with the little laughing angel on the end. I always say they look like little laughing angels. And even though this looks like a Ben fragrance, it is not. This is called, I can never say this one. Oh, and it's one of those tags that's always getting lost. Here we go. That's not it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where the tag is. I lost it. And I'm driving you guys nuts and making you dizzy. Yeah. You know, from now on, what I'm going to do is, because I've noticed when I edit my videos, when I start looking at tags, the image, I move it around too much because I'm looking for the tag. If I don't see the tag right then and there, I'm not going to bother. So I'm sorry. I'll just try to put it on the very bottom. All right, there's no more here. And it is summer, guys. So summer, what you see is this. You see a lot of greenery. I mean, everything looks very healthy. All my Paphiopedilums look really, really healthy. They're loving it out here this summer because they've gotten so wet with rainwater. And they look at that. They've been out here 4 days getting wet with rainwater. And I said to myself, oh boy, I lost them all. Because I would get home late from work and I just didn't have time. But no, they really, really like it. Now, I do have good drainage, so it doesn't stay wet. So when you do your Paphiopedilums, if you put them outside, make sure and they're not under, like if I put them there, it's not a big deal. But here, the rain, see, this is a screen. The rain is going to fall on it. So you want to make sure it has like very, some of these have Orchiata bark, but some of them I only put volcanic rock with sponge rock. But by the most part, I use Orchiata. And Orchiata, for some reason, tends to work really well with them. At least here in my environment. All right, here I don't have anything, but I am going to show you this. Because I took the time to record. This is my Stanhopea. Now, it's got another spike coming out through there. It's going to bloom again. But I want you guys to take a look at this. I'm just going to put it there so you guys can take a look, because it's absolutely beautiful. And I bought this from Vicky's Orchids about, I would say a good 2 years ago maybe, and it's grown very big. It was never as big as this. It was a third of that. And she had told me, oh, this has a very strange flower. Now back then, I didn't know what a Stanhopea flower looked like. Honestly, this wasn't an orchid I was familiar with. Laz is, but I'm not. And so she goes, take it, you're gonna like it. So I took it, and for 2 years, this beauty here has not bloomed at all. But now, these flowers are just breathtaking, and it ends up being a species. So I'm really, really happy with this. I'm so glad that I was able to grow it this nicely and then bloom it as well, because I was kind of losing a little bit of hope. If it wasn't that it was so well established, I would have lost a little hope. Now, this here, I'm just going to share this here for a minute. I've noticed that my there was a lot of water coming down here, so it got wet. Look how sensitive they are. So hopefully they'll dry out. But oh my God, look at all this is new. Since I potted these, they had little babies. Look how big it's grown. So this is a sure tail sign that they are going to do very well in here. Look at this other baby here. So my friends, this is what I call a very successful repotting. And here is the goodies. That's what I can't wait to open. And by the way, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? Oh, look at my little kitties. I have more kitties now. We already got Mama, and Mama got fixed. So we don't have to worry about Mama having more kittens, because my God, this ranch has a magical dust that makes every cat that's pregnant want to come here. I think they know that I feed them well, so they come to have their babies here. But I have good contacts of people that go and do the catch and release program to fix cats, so it's perfect for me, because I just call my friend, we set the traps up, fix them, and then we release them back here in the yard, and I'll never have to worry about them overproducing again. Now here is my quick tent, which I keep most of my standard phals, if not all, and my Bulbophyllums. Now look who is blooming again. It's Mr. Bulbophyllum Nelson Vieira. This beautiful Bulbophyllum was named after me by the Carl Smith family. And I got to tell you, I couldn't have asked for a better flower to be named after. It is just so cool. What a cool looking flower. And it's just starting to open. So if you guys want to own my my Bulbophyllum Nelson Viera, just call Carl Smith. They have more. I heard Natalia was over there the other day, and she was bragging, saying that her Nelson was bigger than my Nelson. She really got a really nice one, but she went over there in person and picked it out. But look at that, how gorgeous that is. Such a cool, rare looking flower. Can't wait for it to open all the way. And of course, look at those colors. Cranberry and yellow. I mean, the combo is just gorgeous. And then right next to it is this little spaceship here moving. It's still windy. This is the wind coming out from the outside, guys. It's not my fan. Let me see. Let me close here. That's just from this little crack here. It's been on and off winds because we're getting bands from this storm. This is a Miyacum, a Bulbophyllum Miyacum. It's from Equa genera. And I've had this one for quite a while. I bought this years ago during one of Ophi's Orchid Festival. I would say about almost 3 years ago. And maybe it is my fan that's blowing there. I didn't realize it was so direct. And I ended up buying it from Equa genera when they used to visit Ophi's back in the day. You know what? Let me move this. I didn't realize it was hitting, so I don't like when the flower hits. This is my fan. Just a standard regular fan from Home Depot. All right. Now this Jim Clarkson from Carl Smith, it's already shedded some. It was full of flowers, by the way. It had like 12 spikes of flowers. This one is one of the most incredible fragrant flowers out there in the Bulbophyllum world. Instead of smelling like rotted meat or dead rat like they usually smell like, this one smells like, I would say, a gardenia, a very light gardenia, and it just has such a gorgeous center. It's like a work of art. Really beautiful. Look at that. Imagine a painting of that, how beautiful that would be. But yeah, Jim Clarkson. Here's a, you want to see how it's spelled? You guys, if you like this, again, just go on carlsmith.com and you can order it from there. Now, I don't have anything really, you know, summer is never really a very floral season for orchids because it's just, the flowers can't last that long in the heat. I've had these standard phals blooming for quite a while. These are super cool. But I have to do major repotting to all my phals. It's never ending, guys. Never ending. All right, let's see. I want to see if there's anything else I can show you before I do my little, I keep saying unwrapping because it's really not an unboxing. Oh, let me show you. This is how fertile my garden is, right? Every time I have like an aroid that doesn't do well in a pot, you know what I do? I throw it into my little environments. So I believe I've shown you guys this before. This copperleaf Cuprea, I think it's called. Is it a Philodendron Cuprea or something like that? I'm learning these names, you know. I'm still learning orchid names and it's been years. But anyways, I threw it in here. That one's just starting to open. And lo and behold, I ended up growing it there. It wasn't doing too well in the pot. And then where was it? It was back here. There was one that I had here and it just would not do well. And I got upset and I said, you know what? I was gonna throw it in the garbage and I said, no, don't do that. Let's give it the opportunity. And look, it's actually growing. I put it right here in between because there's like a dead space and I was like, you know, it'd be nice to put like philodendrons and things that would look really nice. And my neighbors and I, we have a very good relationship, so they wouldn't mind. Actually, I think they would like it. I don't think they ever even go back there. One of these days they're gonna go back, there's gonna be a nice little paradise. They're gonna be like, what's happening here? But see, I did that too. Look, I threw those there and they're growing all there. So I figured it'd be nice to do like a section of wild growing philodendrons and all kinds of aroids just to see what happens. And then this is where I keep my Hoyas. You guys have seen them before. So I don't think I have anything else to show you. I'll show you my bluebird, my yellowbird. I didn't share it with you. It's looking so gorgeous. Here's my yellowbird that has one of the best fragrances at night. And I put it inside this gorgeous container that was pottery, sconce. It's a little wet because I wet earlier. But this was made by a viewer of mine, Roxana, from Brazil. And she gave it to me and I couldn't think of what to put in there. And then I thought, these yellowbirds, I got them from Brethren, and they've gotten so big that the pot fell over and cracked. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm going to put in there. Look how beautiful that looks. It just works so well. So Roxana, look how pretty. I love it. It is such an awesome piece. And the orchid really, really likes it. It like took to it right away. So this is the name. Yellowbird. And I got these at my good buddies who I miss a lot because I haven't seen in a while. This is the dead season, but Brethren's, Liz and Philip. I always have so much fun with them. And Liz is such a little firecracker. I just love hanging out with her. But anyways, I got these from them, and their quality of orchids from Brethren is probably one of the best out there, to tell you the truth. I really, really like the quality of what they sell. It's really strong, very strong orchids, bloom a lot, and grow super fast. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the way that they grow them. I have no idea. But they do very well. At least here on my property, they do very well. So here, this is a memorial for my cat Patrick. We buried him here. And I decided to cut my Arachnus. Here, maybe this is a little bit better lit. My Arachnus. And it went all the way to the very top up there, and all the blooms were in the top. So I was missing them. So I cut them all in half. So if you guys own cane orchids like this, Arachnus, let me see what else you can do. Miss Joaquin, those type of cane orchids, you can just literally cut. And then when you cut them, let me see if I can find, okay. See, I cut this right here. You see how I cut that right there? Let me see if you can see right there. See the new growth? This is the same. This has a new growth here, and it was cut on the back. So anyways, if you want to get new growth, you cut them and you just let them give you a new growth, and from that new growth you get more spikes. See, here's a perfect example. That's what happens when you cut it. So if you don't want it to get too tall, you can cut it even a little bit lower, because you're going to get another spike that's going to go up this way. So anyways, I cut so many of them that I ended up filling the whole tree around, and look how happy this orchid turned out to be. It looks way better than what it looked like before. And now I can show you guys the flowers up close and personal. Look at that, how pretty that is. And look, there's more spikes. That's one spike there. One spike here, another one here. She's just in her glory. Before, every time I would show you guys, it was so hard to catch a flower because they were always so high up there. But look at that. And they're always so, it's almost like a goofy looking flower, because it's almost very whimsical. That's the word, not goofy, whimsical. But very pretty. Now back here, I already showed her, but I just want to show you guys how long Moat's flowers last. I've had this for the past, I say, 3 What's and Blooms, and it's still blooming. Now this here It's very cool, by the way. It looks like a tattoo. That is an imprint from a defect of the growth of the petal. The petal, when it was growing out, it was stuck like this, see? So it grew out completely like that. And so when I unstuck it, it had that. So at first I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I said, no, that's not a virus. A virus, and it had more flowers. This is the only one that was like this. Everything else was perfect, see? So if it were a virus, it would have been consistent throughout the flowers. In many cases, that's how it is. Now, if it were to bloom again and this were to happen, then I would be concerned. But it's happened before to other orchids where the petals stick and they just get a mutation in the color pattern. But it doesn't necessarily mean that your orchid has a virus. But it can look like it does, but it's not. All right, guys, let's see. I think we're done. Let's go. Oh, I'm so sweaty. Now I'm going to open this package all sweaty. All right. Let me see where I can set up and let's go open that bag. I'm excited. I've had it there for a while, but I've had so many videos to upload. All right. I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys. So we're back in here in my workshop in my oven. As you guys know, it's 92 degrees today inside my workshop without the fan. I try to dry and it doesn't matter. Summer, that's how we're gonna do our videos. There's no other way. That's why you see that a lot of YouTubers don't make as many, when I mean YouTubers, I mean in my platform, in the orchid world, a lot of them don't go out and do too many videos because it's just too hot down here. So anyways, we're gonna see how well we do with this one today. But anyways, I've had this here for a while. I've been wanting to open it because I already know what it is. But one of the reasons is because number one is my partner Lewis's birthday, or was his birthday, August 1st. So I want to give him these as a gift. Even though they were sent to me for the collaboration, I already own these. So when they told me the ones they were sending me, I'm like, oh, how funny. It's the same ones I already own. So he likes mine so much that this is his birthday gift. But I'm going to be doing the unwrapping because it got wet today here. So it's kind of like, I haven't even opened it yet. Thank God, because there are leaks here. We're going to be fixing that, and there are leaks here, and it would have been a shame if this would have been swimming in water. Now, what I want to tell you guys, or talk to you guys about these boots is, about a year ago, I really needed a pair of gardening boots that were durable, strong, fashionable. I didn't want something that looked like your typical everyday boots. You know, when I mean fashionable, I don't mean like I wanted something, fancy to go to a club with. But I did want something that looked kind of cool, not your typical everyday rain boots that you see, at your construction store. So anyways, I saw these online. Here, I'll show you first this one. Look how beautiful these boots are, guys. These are garden boots. Look at that. Oh, he's gonna love wearing these. Because number one, look at the style. I'm a Star Wars fan, and this is giving me Stormtrooper realness. I mean, 100%. That is like Stormtrooper going green. Second, the material. The material is so light. And it feels really good. It's not that kind of rubber boot that just feels like so rigid and rough. And what happens with rain boots is that a lot of women don't like wearing them because they're just way too rough. These rain boots, not only are they comfortable, they have an amazing, you can't really see. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I have the lights and I'm not using them. See, it has a beautiful insole. I don't want to take the insole out. Let me see. Here. Comes with a great insole. So you're going to be very comfortable in them, because I know some rain boots, you buy them and they're just basic. They don't have any insoles. You have to put the insoles. And if you wear orthopedic slip-ons, because I have a surgery, I have double knee surgery, and I have my foot surgery. I used to do kickboxing, so I got hurt a lot. So I had surgery done, and shoes for me, oh my God, I'm really dying here. Shoes for me are really difficult. And so when you buy rain boots or garden boots or construction boots, they really are kind of hard on your feet. And I'll tell you, I wear these all day. I'll be working here all day, and I'll add my slip-ons if I know I'm gonna have them for a long time. And they're just really, really comfortable. So when the company reached out to me and told me, hey, we've seen your videos, we really like the way you approach things and promote them, would you collaborate with us? And when I saw it was Hi-C, I said, speak no more. I will definitely collaborate, because I've told you guys this before. I don't want to be that influencer that influences everything. I want to be an influencer that really believes in the product they're talking about, because I use it myself. And when they called me and said, I've been using your product for a year already, and I can put, my boots are inside. I wish I would have brought my boots. I could put side by side. They don't even look that worn, that much worn out. Like, can't speak now. The heat is getting to me. You know what it is? I'm trying to rush because it's so hot. I don't want to be like dripping in sweat, but at this point it's just, who cares, right? So anyways, let's go commando here. My boots don't look as aged compared to these boots that look new. My boots look just as new. That's what I was trying to say, that as much as I've worn them, they don't look that beat up. And best part about it, steel toe. I'm always hitting roots in my yard, and if you guys have a big yard or you have construction area and you keep hitting your toes, like I've hurt my toes a lot of times, once you get this, I mean, it's like, this stuff is really it's really tough. You're not going to get at all, you're not going to feel a thing when you hit those roots. And the main purpose why I actually ordered these is because I do a lot of watering, and I always drench my feet. No matter how careful I am, I always wet my feet completely with the hose, and it's a pain, because then I have to take my shoes off, take my socks off, put my new socks on, put other shoes on, and then go to work. So when I got these, that's it. I always keep them in my terrace. I slip them on, water my plants, take them off, put my regular shoes on, and it's been a lifesaver. So the gentleman I've been talking to, Joey, hello Joey, I'm sure you're watching, he extended a discount, which is very nice of them. So if you guys want to purchase anything, I'm going to put some photos here so you guys can see what I was looking at when I was shopping for boots. So you can see how many different styles, and they have a lot more than this. These are just some that I really liked and thought they were clever. But they're their company has a nice little sense of humor with their boots. They do like to add little prints and patterns that I think are super cool. And they also have some that are just very chic and very different from what you see out there. So anyways, the discount code is NatureNell. I like to keep it simple. I told them if they wouldn't mind using that, because what I've used before, and everybody remembers that. And just type in NatureNell and you'll automatically get 15% off. Their prices are really, really good considering they're such unique styles and so well made. And plus a 15% off is like, I'm jelly. I didn't get a 15% off. Well, this was free. But my other ones weren't. But anyways, guys, I'm so happy that I was able to collaborate with them and finally promote them, because it really is a good product. And you guys know that I'm not here always promoting products unless I'm really using it a lot or testing it out a lot. I would tell you a week, I get like 2 to 3 emails wanting to collaborate with a product, from alarm systems to pond systems to lighting systems to camera systems. I mean, you name it. But if it's not something that makes sense to put on my channel and it's relatable to you guys in the world of orchids or gardening, it makes no sense. So this does, because this I use a lot. So if you guys want to join the Hi-C boot gang, check out their website. I'm going to put it under my my description box. The link is there below. It'll take you directly to their I would highly suggest, if you are going to go to the website, go through the link. It'll be easier because that's already connected to me, and then you just put my code and you're good to go. All right, let me know if you guys order anything. Let me know, and if you do receive them, tell me how you like them, because I like them a lot. And for my partner to say I want a pair like those, because he's very picky with his things. So now he's gonna get those pairs. All right, guys. So we made it. I am over this. I am drenched. I am melting. I think the next show I'm gonna be doing is at Ophi's. It's gonna be next weekend. No, 2 weeks from now. It's on the 18th. I don't know who the vendors are gonna be. I'll put what they sent me right there. They're gonna have their summer show. This is the hottest one. This is when we all go in tank tops and we try to like do it really early in the morning because it's really hot here in Miami this year. And this year has broken records left and right. And if it wasn't for this little tropical storm, we had a couple of days of coolness because of all the rain. But other than that, it's been like this, like an oven. So anyways, we're gonna be going at that show. Most likely I'll be there Sunday. I don't know if I can get there Saturday. That is the only show that I believe is gonna be in town. And the next one would be in October. That's the Rare Plant Festival. You know what? I have a poster already. Put it there. That's the Rare Plant Festival, exotic. I think it's Exotic Rare Plant, or yeah, Exotic Rare Plant show at the Fruit and Spice Park, held by the Moats family. Same people who hold the international orchid shows at the Redland Show and in Miami. So they're holding this amazing exotic plants. If you guys like aroids, like I am really getting into, and all kinds of exotic plants, they will have them there, including orchids. They always have orchids. Orchids are there, present no matter what. All right, so let's send that. I think that's the only thing until November that we go to Apopka to the Carl Smith, which that's the exotic plant show, kind of starts kickstarting the season again, because after that it's Apopka, then we go into January, which is like the international show at Miami, and then it's nonstop. So the break has been good because, as you guys have seen, my friends and I, we did nonstop. All my friends, Melissa, Blanca, Wendy, Laz, Roxy, Marlene, everybody, the whole crew. You know, we hung out so much during the season. We had such a great time. We bonded, we got closer. We were able to go to each other's home, party, have moments. So this year has been such a wonderful year for us YouTubers to connect and bond and think of more new things to do in the future. And we're going to be doing collaborations as well. I've been wanting to do one with Melissa. So just the way Natalia came here and visited me the other day from Just One More Orchid, and she will be back. She will be back in August as well. I believe she's going to have her booth. So if you guys want to buy anything from Natalia, she will be here. That I do know because she told me. All right, I think this is all I can take. Until next time, you guys, I am Nelson. You've been watching Nature Nell, and remember to always, always keep it cool and keep it green. See you next time.